Welcome to another Wednesday workout. Today we're doing a beginner level ballet bar workout. I'm a ballet teacher, so naturally throughout this workout I'm going to be giving you some technique tips. You're going to want to use something as a bar like the back of a chair or a kitchen counter. Anything at that height will work. Let's get into it. We're going to start with basic ballet posture. So put your heels together and your toes apart in what's called first position, and we're going to work from our head down. So lift your chin slightly so it's parallel to the floor. Open your shoulders wide and pull them down. Lift your abdominal muscles up and pull your lower bum muscles down. The first exercise we're going to do is plies. Plies is a great warm-up and works your thighs and your glutes. We're going to do 7 bends, keeping our heels flat on the floor, going into your deepest bend, and then we're going to watch our pelvis as well, that we're staying lifted in the front and pulling our tailbone down in the back. After our 7 bends, we're going to point to the side and lower in second position, which is about hip width apart. We're going to repeat our 7 bends there, and then point the foot and close it back to first.
Keep your heels flat on the ground. Open your shoulders and pull them down. Keep a lift through your abdominals and pull down your gluteal muscles. Open your knees wide in every bend. Keep a lift under your chin.
Next, we're going to do tendus. Starting again in our first position with this time one hand on the bar, the arm is going to go through first to second. In your second position, keep your elbows slightly lifted so that you're working the tops of your arms. We're going to point a nice straight leg to the front and then close. We'll do that 4 times, stretching the foot all the way and putting pressure down into the floor. And then we're going to repeat it to the side 4 times, repeat it to the back 4 times, and then rise your heels up and bring your arms into a circular position in front of your stomach for a balance.
Keep your knees straight. Lift underneath your elbow. Pull up your abdominals. Keep the chin lifted parallel to the floor. Time for the other side. Keep your left shoulder pressed down and your elbow lifted. Watch that the quads are still pulling up your knees. Lift the muscles in your lower belly. Keep your head pulled up tall.
Next, we're doing fondus, a bend on one leg. So this is working similar muscles to your plies, your thighs and your gluteals, but it's a little more extreme. It's working them a little harder. We're going to start by lifting one pointed foot in front of your ankle, and then we're going to bend the supporting knee and then stretch it. Every time we bend that knee, we want to make sure that the knee is right over top of the toes, so we've good open alignment here. We're going to do 3 knee bends on one side, and then lower back to first and switch feet, pointing the other foot in front of your ankle. Repeat your 3 bends on the other side, keeping that nice alignment with your knee over your toes, and then lower back to first, and repeat one more time.
Bend the knee over top of the toes. Keep the shoulders wide and pulled down. Lift your head. Engage the front of your pelvis. Make sure that supporting heel stays flat on the floor.
Next, we're going to do relevé long, a slow leg lift. So starting in first position with one hand on the bar, the arm is again going to go through first to second, remembering to lift the elbow here. We're going to point one foot forward, stretching foot and the knee, and then we're going to lift it to about 45 degrees. And then lower it, lift it again, lower it, lift it 3 times, and lower, close back to first. Then we're going to repeat it to the side. Point the leg right beside you, and lift it. Lower, lift to 45, 3 times in total, and then lower, close to first. We're going to repeat that one more time. So 3 leg lifts to the front, and 3 leg lifts to the side. We're going to do this first with the right leg, and then turn around to the other side, and do the left leg.
Stretched. Lift underneath your right elbow. Time for the other side. Point your left foot. Keep your quads engaged. Lift underneath your left elbow. Open your shoulders wide and press them down.
We're going to repeat relevé long to the back this time. So starting with the feet in first position, facing toward your bar, make sure you keep a nice lift for your abdominals. We don't want to let our pelvis collapse here. We're going to point our right foot to the back and lift it to 45 degrees, keeping a nice straight leg and a pointed foot. We'll do that 7 times, and then close to first and point the other leg back. Repeating 7 lifts with the left leg and close to first.
both legs stretched. Try to keep your ribs square to the front.
Next, we're going to do grand battement to the side, which is a kick. We're going to start in first position with both hands on the bar. With the right leg, we're going to kick to the side between 45 and 90 degrees, lower to the floor, and then close back to first. Try to keep both knees straight as you're doing this, and both hips parallel to the front wall. And then we're going to do a plie in between, keeping the heels down on the floor. Repeat it to the left. 3 kicks to the side, keeping the hips square to the front, and a plie. Then we're going to repeat the whole exercise one more time. 3 times to the right side, and plie. 3 times to the left side, and plie.
Keep your heels flat on the floor in the plie. Hips stay facing square to the front. Keep your knees straight in the grand battement. Lift underneath your chin.
The last exercise we're going to do today is rises. So lifting our heels and then lowering them back onto the floor. We're going to start in parallel with your feet right together and both hands on the bar. We're going to rise the heels up and lower them down 7 times, and then turn your entire legs out to first position and repeat your 7 rises in first and close back to parallel. This exercise is really good for calf and ankle strength. During this exercise, in parallel, try to keep your ankles close together, and in both positions, lift your knees up straight. We want to keep a really tall body throughout this, so imagine like the top of your head is trying to reach toward the ceiling every time you rise and lower.
Keep reaching the top of your head toward the ceiling. Keep your quads pulled up.
Thanks for joining me for today's Ballet Barre workout. If you enjoyed my video, please like it, and if you're enjoying my channel, then please subscribe. I'll see you next Wednesday for another Wednesday workout. We're going to put our feet in what's called first position, so with your heels together and your toes apart, and yeah, that's it. You're a ballet dancer. The first exercise we're going to do is plies. Plies are a good warm-up for your glutes and thighs. Those are not your glutes. Your glutes and thighs. Starting in first position with both hands on the bar, we're going to kick. Starting in first position with your hands on the bar, we're going to kick to the side.
Okay, 1 more time, go.